Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Jonathan Cianato. Thank you once again for joining us. Please excuse my voice. I had a cold this week, but I'm going to try my best. I hope you're doing well. I hope our system is taking care of your business. If not, please send us an email at AdminOnline at support.co.za, or you could give us a call on 074 522 1111. So this morning we're going to tackle what is basically one of the backbones of our system, which is billing, bank import, accounting, and so forth. The session is going to be 20 minutes, and for those who have questions, we will keep the chat open for a couple of minutes. If not, if you do come across this video after today's webinar, you can always contact us on the details I gave the minute I started. Without wasting much of your time, today we're going to start off with, so for those who are not aware, we've got two features that can allow you to bill. That is bulk billing and list of attendees. I'm going to start with list of attendees because it's got less features compared to bulk billing. List of attendees, once you log in, is under accounting. All right. Now, list of attendees is right there. When you click on it, that should give you a list of all your attendees. So currently, this account has about 8 attendees. But as your account grows, your business grows, your attendees will grow. So we give you the privilege to be able to invoice all your clients from this portal. All you do is click on your left-hand side, there's a checkbox, and that checkbox selects all your attendees, or if you wish to bill maybe 10 specific people, you can go and select each and every one and bill those people only. But if you wish to bill everybody at once, you can click on that checkbox and click on invoice customer. Now, the problem with this way of billing is if your clients partake in different services, that's going to be a problem, because when you bill through this portal, it's for the people that only have one service, or you're billing everybody for the same service. So let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, you wish to invoice your customers for a registration fee. This portal would work 100% because everybody will receive the same amount. But if your clients have different services, I'll show you where you can do that. But this particular area is when you want to invoice for one particular service and you wish to invoice everybody. So you choose the category. Most of the time it's either, normal invoice normal, the date. So for instance, for this month, you would say from the 1st of September to the 30th of September. Then the service name. So as you can see, this account has got a lot of services, but for this particular instance, we'll select that service. So everybody on this account will be invoiced the amount of 260. Like the example I gave previously is, if you wish to invoice your clients for a registration fee, this would be the greatest place to invoice everybody at once with the same amount. All right? You click on save. And then what that does is, if you go to accounting, right, so you should see that there is an amount of 260 on each and every attendee. Each and every attendee has been invoiced with an amount of 260. Now, I get this question a lot as I'm working with support. People get confused with this status, right? So there's two different statuses. There's pending and there's complete. Most of the time, when you invoice your customers, that invoice is not sent out immediately. It's not sent out, it's put in a pending status. The reason why we put it in a pending status is that if you come across any errors or certain information you wish to change, we give you the ability to do that by, there's a button right here. If you scroll down, you click on this transaction, there is edit invoice journal. You can go ahead, change the date. What you can't change is the date of when the invoice was created. You can't change that. So if you wish to change that, you have to delete the whole transaction. But in this case, we do not want to change the date. We just want to change maybe the name or description or whichever, and that allows you to change it and you can save. If, for instance, the date of the invoice is wrong, you can always go ahead, click that, and delete that journal. But once it goes into a complete status, you cannot delete it. Now, if it went into a complete status because you sent the invoice, that invoice is gone. What you need to do is credit the account and send another invoice and make your client aware that the first invoice was incorrect. This is the correct invoice. But if you click on complete account journal, that does not send the invoice, it just posts it to the general ledger. I'm going to repeat myself again. When you click on send invoice, that literally sends the invoice to the client, right? If there was a mistake, a financial mistake, you can credit the account or add the correct amount and send it again. Make your client aware that the first invoice that came through was incorrect. This is the incorrect invoice. But if you click on account, complete account journal, that does not send an invoice. It just moves that transaction from, well, it moves it to general ledger. Okay, I diverted a bit, but I felt that that was important to elaborate. So, in accounting, list of attendees, this allows you to invoice everybody with the same amount at the same time. Now I'm going to go to the feature which is, I would rather call this the more advanced way of billing everybody at once. Now with bulk billing, we allow you to bill your customers in groups. When I say groups, I mean if you have 3 different services, service 1, 2, 3, you can create an invoice for people who are in service 1 at once, create an invoice for people who are in service 2 at once, create an invoice for service 3 for everybody who partakes in that service. Let me show you. So what you do is you click on Add Billing Run, billing category. It's a monthly billing, it can be a quarterly billing. Some clients bill their customers on an annual basis. Whatever your customers are associated with, that is what you choose. Click on monthly billing, date from the 1st of September till the 30th. Now, as you can see, this allows you to choose the services now. So let's say you want to invoice everybody that is under this, under that, but you don't want to invoice people under that. You can skip it, so on and so on. So this should save you a considerable amount of time, especially if you have 100 clients, 100 plus. This is going to save you a lot of time. You can just bill everybody, create an invoice for everybody at once. And once you are done, you say charge. It's going to ask you for confirmation and you say yes. Now, if you look right here at this transaction that we created today, it tells you how much in total was billed, how many accounts were billed, the type of billing, and the services that were built, right? If you're not happy with this, you can always click on that. You can edit. Sorry, you can. Oh, all right. If you're not happy with that, you can edit the transactions within this portal right here. So which allows you to delete or edit an invoice line. It gives you the freedom. Always remember, as long as it's in pending, it gives you the freedom to make changes, to edit, and to customize it according to your desire. Once that is done, you always double check. You come to accounting, and you can click on that's accounting, sorry. You come to accounting just to make sure. There we go. There's a service there. So this client partook in about 2 services, to be correct. Yes, 2 services. Today's the 9th, the 4th. 2 services. So they have 2 invoices that are pending on the account. These invoices have not gone out yet. Right? I hope you remember that. Bulk billing, add billing run. You add in the information. You can choose the services. If you want to bill everybody, you can click on all the services. Once that is done, maybe you bill the wrong person, you can click on that transaction. Now that transaction includes everybody. Maybe for instance, this person is not supposed to be billed. You can delete that invoice line. You come again and you see that no, that person is not supposed to be billed. Why is that person billed so much? You can edit the invoice line and change it the way you wish to. Now, when that is done and you are sure and you are happy with the billing run, we have a feature called bulk statement. Now, bulk statement is what I call the trigger that then sends out all the invoices, right? Our bulk statement feature is one of our very automated features in the sense that once you set it, wherever you are, if you decide to fly out, if you decide to fall asleep, it will send out the statements even if your PC is closed because it's time-based. So what happens is if you say add bulk statement, and so you created your invoices on the 4th, right? And you wish for your invoices to go out on the 10th of September. It runs on an hourly basis, and let's say you want your invoices and statements to go out at 8 p.m., 8 a.m., or 6 p.m. That is all up to you. We've got the different categories. So instead of, we don't give you the option to click on all accounts here, on particular accounts. So you can just say all accounts, and that will send an invoice and a statement to all accounts that were invoiced through bulk billing. So bulk statement is the trigger that allows you to eventually send out all your invoices. Now, once the 10th of September arrives at 1800, all statements and invoices will be sent out, which will change the status of that transaction from pending to complete. Once it's done, it's done. It can be deleted, but it is gone. So always remember, bulk billing is the trigger that allows you to send out your invoices. I'm not going to do it today. We also have accounts in debt. So we've realized maybe usually people expect payment between the 1st and the 5th, 6th, and by the 7th, you expect your clients to have paid you. We allow you to send statements to your accounts that are still in debt, which is as simple as just coming to bulk billing, and clicking on add bulk statement, and then just choosing accounts in debt. You wish for it to go out maybe at around 12 midday. So since we created one for the 10th, let's say 5 days later, you wish to send to all your accounts that are in debt, and you send. Once you say, "Are you sure to perform?" It says yes, that date and time will be set. So on the 10th of September, statements and invoices will go out to everybody. Then on the 15th of September, statements will only go out to accounts that are still in debt. I hope I have covered everything in that segment. There is one more feature left, which is bank import. With my encounter with a couple of clients, people always tremble about bank import. It is actually one of the easiest processes. Um, I'm hoping that we automate it even better in future, but for now, it is very simple. How it works is that most of you have business accounts. Most companies don't receive cash. Most companies receive money through their bank. Now, the question is, how do I allocate a payment that I received in my bank onto AdminOnline? Because your bank and AdminOnline are two different entities. So we created a bridge, which is bank import, which allows you to download a CSV from your bank app or wherever your banking system is. You download a CSV and then you import that CSV onto AdminOnline, and all payments that occurred on your account will then be on AdminOnline. Today, I'm going to use an FMB CSV, very common CSV, and then I'll dive into. I've got questions before about Capitec Business, and we have a solution for that. But for now, we do not have a Capitec Business option because we realize the Capitec CSV is a bit different, so we have a different option. But we are working to incorporate that in the future. So, firstly, when you download your FMB CSV, it comes in what they call, for those who have the updated version of Windows, it's in a zipped folder. What you have to do is you either have to extract, for those who are still using the old Windows, you need to unzip that file. When you unzip that file, what you should get is an account number .csv. Account number .csv. If it's not the account number .csv, it is not going to work. Once you get the account number .csv, what you do is you then come onto the system, you click on bank import, click on import CSV, you choose the bank, in this case FNB, you browse for CSV, you go to where your CSV was extracted or unzipped, you click on that, and you submit. You say yes, ta-da, all your transactions or payments that were received into your bank are now on AdminOnline. So what you will do is, for instance, since this is a test, let's say this is one of your clients, they paid 500 Rand into your account for a particular service that you rendered to them. You come and you click here, right? You look for the client's name, you can type in the name. This client is not on the system, but let's say it's Sue, right? And it's Sue Zandi, that is the account number. And then you click there. It's not an expense, it is an income. So we leave that opening, we leave that opened, sorry, and then you approve that transaction, right? Once it's approved, it gets allocated to the account. If it's an expense, you come and you double click here. 400 Rand went to transport. We have different accounting journals. So in this case, travel, right? You approve it. That gets allocated to your travel expenses. It is as simple as that. So in this case, account 17998 Let's take a look. We allocated 500. Okay, we've saved that. That was account 1799. There we go. There is the 500. That 500 has been allocated to the account. What you can do is, once you're satisfied with that, you can send the customer receipt. If you're not going to send a customer receipt, you can just complete that account journal. Quickly, I can see we're running out of time. I just want to quickly step into this one quickly. So for those who have challenges with importing, for instance, we do not have, oh, Captive Business is there. I'm a bit behind, forgive me. I'm the support guy, not the developer. Capitec Business is there for those who wish to use it. So, but if you do encounter any problems, you can always use other. And when you do use other, what you need to do is on an Excel sheet, you just need to remove everything else that's there. Remove everything else that's there. Keep the date, amount, balance. You can always remove description, but if you need it there, yeah, you're gonna need it there because it's gonna tell you who paid. So that's the only addition that you would make on an Excel sheet or any text editor. Remove all the details. You leave the date column, amount column, balance column, and description. And what you do is once you've saved that, you import it as other. And that should still bring in all your transactions onto AdminOnline. That rounds out everything that we were intended to discuss today. I don't know if any of you have questions. We are opening up the chat room for any questions. Okay, it seems as though we do not have any chats at this point in time. But for those who do come across this webinar and you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask. You can send us an email. You can send us a WhatsApp on the numbers that I mentioned. Our email is adminonline@support.co.za. Our support number is 074-522-1111. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Please spread the word about AdminOnline. We are helping more than 200 plus businesses make their life much easier. And we have some form of referral discount for those who refer their clients to other clients. And we've been running just a small promotion, which we hope to increase in future. But please spread the word and become an admin onliner. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed. Thank you.